Hey Kalon, how you doing?
Hello, Spork. How are you?
I'm very well. I'm looking forward to this game. You
I
know,
am super stoked. This is going to be an absolute belter.
yeah, it's been a
Um,
long
the
road.
f- hasn't it? Yeah. So we're starting off with the first of our semi-finals, happening very quickly after the conclusion of the previous round, which is exciting. Putting the bank holiday to good use.
Yeah, yeah. Luckily, we are available to stream it, so no problem.
Yeah, indeed.
The
So we've
traditional
got it.
time of 5 o'clock on a
Yeah,
Monday.
yeah. It's a bank holiday Monday, to be fair.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's
Uh,
like the Six Nations or something.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. But yeah, no, it is pretty cool. And just a reminder that the next game is at 8 o'clock this evening, guys. So
Yeah, I
it'll
thought
probably
it
be
was
about.
tomorrow evening.
Oh, it's tomorrow. I thought it was this evening that game is.
I mean, I will double check that. I have
Yeah.
advertised it as
Oh, did you
Tuesday.
advertise it as Tuesday? Cool. I didn't read it. I just looked at the thing and thought it
Yeah,
was
he
this
he.
evening.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that when they agreed tomorrow, it was today. Um, I'm gonna.
Ah, grand. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm not gonna check it now. I'm gonna check it after.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the teams while we're waiting for them to
Okay,
get
yeah,
started.
cool. So let's have a look. We've got Chivite's team in front of us. Today's game is between Chivite and Crowdog. So let's have a look at this team. It's a lovely team. It's a necromantic team. A couple of upgrades since the last. No, we've had. It's the same. We didn't get any upgrades since the last game. We have two wolves, which are nice. No dodges on the wolf. One is agility 4, one is mighty blow. That thing's scary. We have the move sure hands blodge ball carrier, which is lovely. We have the wrestle carrier, which is great. We have the killer white. We have the defensive white. We've got two really nice things. This team is just lovely. It's got all of the stuff in all the right places. He has managed to fire a rookie zombie for 40k, which I think he did to stop some extra shenanigans going on with the inducements. Guys to look out for today are very much the Wolves having frenzy will make up for the lack of tackle that this team has, but the lack of tackle is a bit of a deal when he's dealing with elves. So the mighty blow piling on tackle guy is of very big importance. Expect him to be picked on by the elves if at all possible.
Yeah, and he did just drop the zombie there, so
Hmm.
he's obviously thinking about that 40k limit and the team difference. Which let's have a look at the other team, and we'll see that
Yeah, so we've got
difference now.
1850 on this team value at the moment. So let's have a look at Crowdog. There he is.
Yeah, down
1660.
a lot.
Mm. So it's 220. Yep, and he's got 11 players because his other agility 5 is back. That Dauntless is going to be nice and handy as well on that agility 5 guy. And he did decide to buy another catcher.
Right,
So we have so that's
a
why he's got
rookie
11
catcher.
guys. So he's got a rookie catcher. The decision was whether he went with a catcher or a thrower. Thrower is actually kind of handy because it unlocks some things, but the catcher is just a better player overall because he's movement 8.
Yeah, the movement 8 is a big deal.
I wouldn't be surprised if he put some effort into leveling him this game as well.
Well,
Yeah.
good luck against
Well,
Javito's. I mean, I think he's got more chance of being dead than leveled.
that's a lovely thing to say before we even go into the game.
Well,
It's
based
a,
on
it's a,
historically.
Yeah, but I mean, like, we've got a game to play here, right? And
Yeah,
it's
all right.
elves. He's got two agility 5 elves. We were all after writing him off after the first half of the last game, and he went and just schooled everybody
Oh
and ended up with
no!
a
Don't
3-1
get me wrong. I
win.
think Crowdog has a perfectly good chance of winning. I'm just thinking that he is not going to come through this unscathed.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. I see no reason not to try to level that guy.
Fair
If he
enough.
manages to get that guy to dodge, he's going to be significantly more powerful next game. And there's like, what other option does he have to do? Like, not level him? If he's going to score, he's going to score on that guy. Is what I'm saying. It's the
Yeah.
correct thing to do. He had got one upgrade from the last game, and that was to put dodge on one of the linos. I like it because he is aware of the fact that the lads have loads of block and no tackle. So I expect that guy to be another lad that can go on the line.
Hmm.
So 220 in the difference. He can scum 40. That'll give him 260. So he gets a wizard, but not enough for a second. He gets a wizard, but not enough for an Apo. So it's a wizard babe. I expect that'll be all that we'll see.
Hang on, I'm just doing the maths here. It's 260 difference with 40. So an Apo is 150. 90.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's the shenanigans.
That's why he cut. Yeah, that's why he cut. So he cut one guy so that he didn't get the Apo.
Yep.
And he doesn't have enough to do anything else with. So he just won't spend any of his own money, and we'll get a babe.
Yeah. Cool.
So
let's
11
see.
on
They're
14.
normally...
And yeah, that's it. It's the problem with elves; they're really, really expensive. So even when you're down, you're not down enough. But it's elves with a wizard, elves with 2 agility 5 versus a wizard at that. So yeah, this is all pretty good. So I think we're going to get ready to go. Hopefully there isn't a score yet.
Yeah, no, I've just realised I've put the wrong stream name. Whatever.
Oh, very good. What have you got?
I've just got the last one. The Chivite versus PK83.
We can catch up. We can catch up pretty soon.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
I'll
just edit it when it's
when we're
finished.
all set up. So we might need to rewind as well to the start.
Yeah,
but,
I'm ready.
Thank you for joining us, folks. We have 2 viewers.
It's just set up.
Fantastic. So we're just in time for setup. Cool.
I'm not sure if we see the toss when I rewind like this. No, I think only on the replays.
Yeah, only on the replays. So this is fine where we are. If you could throw on the skills for us as well, please.
Yep. Oh, you do see a replay.
No, we do. Yeah, we went all the way back
toss.
to the back, which is great news.
Doesn't tell you why.
He said something about there's a way you can see who decides, but yeah.
It was it was something about the symbol. I wasn't looking.
The team logo comes up, and I missed it as well, so I'm not sure. So it looks like either way, whatever has happened, it looks like Chivite is going to be going first. The defense is on the elves. Partially, the elves are going in defense. That's pretty interesting. Skills, please, if you don't mind. Hey, there we go. Fantastic. So we're gonna have our rookie three lads on the line, which is nice and straightforward. It's not quite the boat, but it is I quite like this setup actually. It's pretty good. He's got some nice guys on the wings that can't be hit very well. He's going to have to go through the middle to hit that guard, and if he does, he's not going to get a huge amount downfield. This is quite nice. I like it. I like that split defense. This is a pretty nice setup. Okay. So you're fully into this, like, oh, well, like, he doesn't have a chance. Chivite is going to win.
No, I just so I was thinking like the 4D chess move is to say, okay, well, I think he's going to try and score on that catcher.
Yeah.
You know, therefore, that player might become an additional target, right?
Yeah, that was a lot of people went down on that hit.
More elves. 5 elves. 6
Yeah,
elves. Oh my gosh.
Who has the fame, if you don't mind? Chivite.
Yeah, so he has.
Okay. So just has +1.
Oh, okay, referee rest area.
It's his. Who's at Bribe Stadium, and we'll just confirm that he's taken the Babe and the Wizard, Crowdog. Yeah. Yeah. So the Bribe there, that's the Babe. So 0 for Fame, 1 for Babe, 1 for Bribe, 1 for Apothecary, 3 rolls, and the gap there tells us that there's a Wizard in play. Yeah.
Yeah. I was wondering about that.
It's a visual bug, but
Right.
it's the fact that you can see that there's a gap where the Wizard would be in play. Do you see what I mean? The gap it would be on the right hand side.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. So
okay. Now I've never I've seen that missing Wizard before and thought, what's going on? I've never realised.
Yeah, there you go. So there's a gap where the Wizard should be. It's a visual bug.
Thanks, Cyanide. So and thank you, Nuffle, for bringing my. So listen, you're saying you're pitching me as a naysayer. Not at all. It was more about that specific player's chance of survival.
Chances of survival.
Given that,
fair enough.
you know, with the 4D chess thinking, like, okay, he's going to want to skill and score on that guy. Okay, well, you know, that might be a factor. Now, at the moment, it's a complete non-factor because 6, 7. Oh, jeez.
That's the guard gone.
Well, we need another it's turn 1 and we already need a massive comeback from Crowdog.
Well, I mean, obviously the pitch invasion was pretty huge. So 6 elves down to 3 of the necromantic. Now, to be fair,
2 wolves.
Yeah, that's really unlucky. But it's their own fault because they're both high rolling. If neither of them high rolled, you wouldn't have rolled a 6. So this is what happens when you roll 6s, lads. Just roll 1s like the rest of us, and you wouldn't get any of your guys knocked out.
Well, I think Crowdog can justifiably point out that he does roll 1s.
Yeah, well, he rolled a lot of 5s there. He rolled, in fact, 6 5s.
Yeah. Maybe he got all of his 1s out of the way last game, but although
Indeed.
We'll have to see how that works out.
Yeah, so ball secured, does run away because he is aware of how fast those couple of guys that are standing are. Interesting to see how he decides to go into this. That's a bold move, bringing that guy straight up. He's immediately put him onto the wolf, which is pretty daring. Wolf and guard, that's on the ground as well. That seems a pretty dangerous place for that guy to decide he wants to hang out. But he's going straight in for the tackle hit. That makes sense. Gets the POW. Oh,
he's off
and
the
we've
pitch. So now just one,
pretty nice.
Just one edge 3.
Currently standing, yeah, but he is going to get all of his guys back before the elves, so I don't think he's going to do any more moves.
Here come the ones.
Yeah, it was a 1, yeah. So KOs himself as well. Not ideal.
You're not on elf grass anymore, Crowdog.
No.
Oh no, those are GFI only.
It's just GFI.
Hi.
But I mean, he's going to be annoyed about that. That was another one of those that he's going to be getting memories of the game the other day and how that happened to him. And I'm hoping it's going to be just a fluke and not a sign of things to come. It was a nice hit. Good to get rid of that ghoul. I do worry for that. Yeah, I worry for this agility 5, who is fierce, going to get punched by tackle, or not tackle, by mighty blow claw. Yeah, so ball all the way up because it's pretty safe where it is. You can bring some guys back around here and save it and get it in a nice safe space. There's definitely going to be a foul coming in, and it wouldn't surprise me if that foul comes in on the other agility who's currently standing. But he might hold off and decide whether, if he can get the hit in on the blitzer with the claw, and that doesn't remove, he might decide that that's a good place to go and hit. We get the strength 5 back a little bit just to protect him. Yep, that makes sense. And yeah, I think the piling on needs to get back and stand behind the dirty player. Yeah, fantastic. Oh, he's just going to stay on them, which is nice and tight. Yeah, and he'll bring that guy in there. And now he's still got his dirty player free. He's going for the foul straight away. Yeah, why not? It's +3. It's the guy I did say he was going to go after. KO is okay. Yeah, he's not gonna do anything. I think he's probably at this stage. This is when, as elves, you just decide, I'm just gonna lie down and wait for it to wait for the 1 turn. Doesn't get him with the frenzy hits. Just pushes away. Will dodge off here, I think, to go around. Ooh, and fails to dodge. So they're both rolling 1s in their dodges. He does decide to put in the reroll, and just manages to tie that guy in. Yeah, it's a good call. It means that the dodge square that he's going to go into is away from dodge and into some others. So it's going to be very difficult to get 2 dice on this ball. So pretty straightforward turn by the numbers. Surprised to put the foul in that early in the turn. I suppose he hasn't used his bribe yet. Crowdog is going to be happy with it just being a removal in the form of a KO and not anything worse. And of course the Claw Mighty Blow not doing anything on the blitzer. Due to him having dodge, or blodge rather. So all in all, we're looking okay. How are you, Unforgiven? I gathered it meant Ireland. I was just making funny because in internet language, IRL, as in fight me IRL, meaning in real life. But I know that you're an Irishman and put in IRL because you're Irish. Yeah, Unforgiven Ireland. I got it. So just talking shite. Nice looking game we got for ourselves here, Unforgiven. I gather you're with us from the start, but yeah, looks like it's going to be a fun one. Looks like it's going to be tough for both sides. Currently, we've got Crowdog just kind of working through his various options he has available to himself. So it being turn 3, he's eventually, or his turn 2, he's eventually getting all of his guys back up, or well, at least those guys who can get back up. He has suffered 2 KOs in the interim and an injury, including an injury on that guard as well, which is pretty big. Decides to go for the hit on the wolf, does get it. That's a pretty nice hit. I'd say we've got a foul coming in here, ladies and gents. Takes that hit. He's going to go to the other side of the wolf, I'd say, so that he can get a hit with the catcher. Or he might just decide that the best opportunity he has is to run away. But no, he does decide that is worth taking the punch. I think we're going to see all of the yep, gets the hit. We'll push him out, not bother keeping him in contact. Stay where he is because he's fine where he is. There's no need for him to be in combat. Fair enough. And I think we're going to see a lot of guys come over here to make the foul that little bit better. Probably going to have to make the dodge roll off with the lineman on the right hand side, who's next to the killer white and the flesh golem, and give up an amount of space. But I mean, I think he's fine with giving up all of the space. Most of the guys on that side of the pitch are the slow movers. He'll want the white to go away, just because it's scary. He'll want the white to go with the ball so that it can help protect it. Help protect the ball, that is. Thus meaning that it's out of the drive for all other purposes.
I've been chatting away. I've been muted.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, no. It's done for, yeah.
Oh, the bribe failed.
He won it. Good Lord, that is unfortunate. And he hadn't got his guy out of the way either. Oh, man.
Did he? Was it with the skillless lino at least? Yeah.
It was a skillless lino. Was the right guy to make the foul with. But good Lord, that's unfortunate.
Woof. Yeah, so I was kind of interjecting there, agreeing with what you were saying. You know, the traditional yup. You didn't miss a lot, but you know, it was it was interesting to see how few options he had. That everything could be pretty easily predicted.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, he got really unfortunate there.
Yeah.
That's just,
there was no other play. You know, you've got a bribe with a referee rest area. You got a chance to remove a wolf. You know, the fact that you've got no subs is not. You know, it's not. You can't worry about stuff like that, even if it might happen, because you just have to try. Unfortunately,
well, it was a really
the worst possible thing has happened.
Nice wolf at the right time. And he just got the doubles, got caught, and then snaked, and then not snake, but then got the one.
Yeah, so renamed the gym foul to the crow foul.
Yeah, indeed, yeah. Okay, stun is pretty good, but it is a natural armor break.
Oh no!
It is a natural armor break, so he will pile this. Oh no, it went to the KO, so yeah, he's fine. He's not.
Was this because of Mighty Blow that it was such a slow animation, and then it changed to KO?
So, it's actually, so you have your settings on the bottom of the screen set to simplified instead of detailed. So you can see it says injury and it rolled an 8 there. If you had it on detailed, it would show that the Mighty Blow kicks in on the second roll. So it says plus Mighty Blow, which makes that a 9, and then you know that it's a KO. So if it actually changes the way the rest of the... Oh no. That's another foul coming in there from Chivite, and that's an agility on that guy.
It's a lineman.
And
can't take it.
It's a lineman. He's got 2 agility 5s. It doesn't matter about that guy. He can still go on the line. He's still agility 3. He's basically a human lineman with blocks, so that's absolutely fine. will. No, actually, because he'll miss the final, so it doesn't matter.
He's dead.
He's dead. He's dead, Jim.
He's dead.
Oh my God, he killed him. He's literally killed him.
I'm a simple fellow. This is known about me. Do you want me to put on the more detailed view of
I'm
dice?
not sure if you can change it during the game.
Okay. Probably not.
But it's okay. For future reference, that's one of the reasons people have it on set to detailed so that they can get information like that out.
Yeah. But what was interesting for me is that it definitely had the speed of, because you're like, oh, I know that animation. That's a stun animation. And then it actually was KO'd because the game is like, I'm going to play the stun animation now. And then like, oh, actually it's KO. Which I don't know if I've ever seen before. You'd think I would have, but maybe I just didn't recognize it for what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's based the ball, so despite his problems,
this isn't particularly hard to clear off. It's not like neither of those guys have sidestep or anything. In fact, he's got a pretty nice chain if he wants it. To get more hits, can he generate more hits out of it? Not really. The thing is that he is going to have to blitz down there, probably with the
white.
Yeah, it'll be with the white. This is pretty straightforward. You just blitz with the white. Do you bring the strength 5 down first or not is the next question. But so that he does go in there. So we can get a chain to get a lot of these guys off.
Oh, he's just
no, he's just going to... Yeah, because he doesn't want to score yet, so he's just going to take it nice and slow. He can plug guard in now and get the strength 5 down at the top. I think he was just kind of hoping he'd manage to get some hits there, but didn't really do it. So go back in, hit that guy, stay where he is, because there's no reason to pile up. And now he can get some extra guys in there to get another foul off on the guy he wants to foul. But the strength 5 is going to have to come down and protect the front of that cage as well. Or even just stay on the side so that he can... so he's just going to eye cage it up. Because there's no way he can get any extra dice there with the strength 5 stand firm and guard. And this guy just coming up to make sure he can cover the back. Should anything come through. And the foul coming in as we expected. Just +1, but dirty player. And it is armor 7. So the stun does come in. Dirty player being used there to break the armor, you can see. So it's a 5 +1, 6. So it needed a 7 because of its only +1 assist. So that's what that's about. And again, you can see if a simplified version, if it was detailed, it would say +1 for dirty player, so it broke armor. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I mean, I've just got used to simple view of knowing in my head what is going on, but it's possible I've got things wrong in the past.
It could be, are you giving out about dodges you failed because you thought it was a certain thing, but it wasn't?
Oh, no, I never think the game... I've never thought, the game is buggy or wrong. I've always just been slightly confused. But that's kind of my natural state, so,
Yeah, but it is an interesting one, because it's one of the differences between Blood Bowl 2016 or CRP and Blood Bowl 2020 is now it's a dice roll required for you to have to make an agility test, whereas in the past it would be... And it's a very difficult thing to explain to somebody. You're going, well, that guy's agility 3, so he dodges on a 3+. But his agility test is a 4+. But the act of making a dodge is +1. So that's why it's a 3. And all of that is unnecessarily complicated, which is why they changed it.
Yeah. I mean, they did the same with Warhammer, and, no problems there, right?
Well, yeah, the idea of being able to make it into a simple dice roll. It also is the reason... this is pretty nice. Just push some guys away, make sure nobody's left in base contact. Has a dodge to make here, nothing major. Is going to have to dodge out. He's just going to want to make sure that he can protect the agility 5 guy.
So I guess the idea for Crowdog here is just like kind of not stabilize exactly, but just regroup, see if he can put some pressure on and perhaps try to force an early-ish score for gets a 2-turner.
Yeah, pretty much. He just wants to make sure that he can make him score as soon as possible. But this is going to prove difficult, especially when he's given away this hit, which is really unnecessary. I think he should have kept that guy back so that he could not take this hit. because this could hurt. So, doesn't break armor, nothing in it. There's no reason to pile on here because Mighty Blow wasn't used. He didn't really broke the armor, so the foul is much better. And he can make this a really decent foul by getting more guys in. Question is whether he decides it's okay to get the foul on that guy, or does he foul the downed tackler who he has more assists on. So deciding to retreat a bit with the ball, I think, is a good idea because there's no reason for him to be putting a huge amount of pressure on. Just leave those guys in front. Ball coming into base as well? No, it isn't. That's just kind of good. He's conscious of the leap there, so he's actually parked himself in the leap square, which is quite clever. Does bring in the extra guy for the assist, and yeah, we're definitely going to see the foul on the agility 5 now.
Nice, decent run up.
It's not that guy, it's the other guy, so I don't think he'll even bring him on the side. He's just going to go from where he is, yeah.
Who needs it?
And that's going to be an apothecary almost, definitely.
Oh, well, definitely now with the badly hurt, yeah.
Yeah, he does, yeah, and he brings him straight back in. Apo offered him the opportunity of taking a dead player, and he decided, no, I'm okay, actually. I'll take the badly hurt. So bribe works for Chivite, and I doubt very much this is going to stop him from fouling. It is his modus operandi. Necromantic are a fantastic team at doing it, but we've been watching him just remove teams through his fouling through the whole game, through the whole league. So I doubt it's going to. Stop at all. Nice hit on the wolf with his rookie catcher. Nothing doing on the armor, just not rolling the 8s. Gets him away to safety. He's going to have to try the dodge out here with that guy. One of the reasons, in case you're wondering of why he decided to bring the flesh golem up, was so that he didn't have the option of being able to hit that wolf, push him into the this guy who then dodged out. So he's getting tagged by tackle there. It is a 3+ dodge, so he is going to put in the reroll, and he does manage to get him to safety, which is pretty nice. So this should remove the amount of damage he's going to take next turn, which is good, and probably something, as I did say at the start of the last turn, that I was surprised he left that hit on that guy. This is slightly tidier because the hit is more than likely, well, it'll probably be that guy anyway, but it makes it more difficult for him to both gain some ground on the right-hand side and have to send some guys over to take the hit he wants to take, which is going to be on that wrestle tackle. Wrestle tackle being an annoying guy to go and hit as well because he doesn't have Juggernaut on his killer, he has Dauntless instead, which made sense because of the rest of the makeup of his team, but Juggernaut obviously being a fantastic kill skill when you're hitting guys who have wrestle.
Yeah, it's hard to see him being able to put much pressure on now with this number of elves.
The thing is, he's not really in a position to run away either.
No. No, with werewolves make that harder, don't they?
Well, indeed, yeah. Yeah. And
I mean, the coverage of their pitch is pretty much...
Yeah, they can go in. Where they currently are is pretty much anywhere they want. So yeah, but as I said at the start of the thing, the wolves are scary for sure, but the actual terror is the Mighty Blow tackle guy, who has been the guy getting most of the removals. Between him and the dirty player, those are the guys you have to look out for.
Yeah.
So I expect to see more of the same again. We're going to see certainly the zombie in the center is going to come over and provide the assist so that he can get the hit with the dirty player, or with the Mighty Blow. And just a question of moving everything else over to the right-hand side so that he can protect it. Probably better off with a screen, better off with a screen than a cage. The agility guys both of the agility guys are off the pitch. Very importantly, the leap guy is off the pitch. He's the guy that he appoed. So there's not going to be any shenanigans by being able to jump in and hit the ball if he screens it. And I don't think he needs to do a full cage.
Well, on the bright side, this is where Crowdog conceded on his own drive last game and came back, absolutely screamed back into the match. This is the Undead's drive. This is the Necro's drive, I should say.
It is, yeah.
Drive.
It is. So, I mean, the one turn is very much still on at the end of this, provided he can get a couple of his KOs back. He still has 3 guys on the pitch. He will have if 3 guys on the pitch survive. If he can get his agility back, that's 4 guys. He will need all 3 KOs though, because you do need 7. Well, he doesn't need 7. He needs 6 to get it with the movement 8 guy.
Yeah, it's still 6 even with the movement 8. I mean, it's you don't have, and also there's certain kickoff positions like you're vulnerable.
Yeah, for
to.
sure. Yeah.
So
it's
already sketchy. Yeah. Fingers crossed.
I think the lads may have paused this game, which would explain why.
Shall I go back in? It did have this problem last time, so I will try to rejoin the replay just in case it's on my end, because it is obviously
because it did happen
servers.
Before. Yeah. You might, if you just do this, just cover up the score as well, just in case.
Yeah.
For future reference.
Okay. Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
It looks like there is some action, so let's rewind this.
No, that's where we. Oh, yep. No, you're right. Yep, cool. We can play from there.
Yeah, from here. He did move the ball from here into the center.
He makes the hit, and yeah. So he makes this hit, knocks the guy back. We can fast forward this, I think, if you want. Just once. Right. Yeah, cool. So we're in this position. So now we know that he's going to be able to. He moves this guy forward. He does that, and then so the hit comes in, knocks the wolf down, and then that guy dodges out. Yep. And we'll see now if we catch up, or whether they actually are on a break.
But yeah, I mean, there's not a lot left on the bar of play, so maybe they did pause it. They had an issue on their end.
Cool.
Yeah, you're right. It's
a pause.
It is a
pause.
Well,
it's either they're paused or they've gone to the loo or something else. So, in the interim, we can talk about the overall thing. I did go for coffee with Crowdog earlier on today, and we had a chat about what we were going to do next season. I was joined by Pure Al and Mistaxing ID. And we all had a lovely chat discussing the various different things that are available to us for next season. And I saw, Monsieur Le Spork-bearer, that you have already declared what you're going to play next season.
Yeah,
would you like to tell the group?
I went left field. Well, I say left field. It's not one of the teams that I've been having top of my list, but it was the first team I ever played. I played 40 games with them against the peak computer.
You did indeed,
to learn how to play. And having how to think about what I liked and didn't like about my undead team, which I really enjoyed, but I found got a little lacking in positionals later on. I'm like, I less ghouls, more fun stuff, flesh golems.
Tell them what you've decided, because
well, I'm going necro, like
necro. There we go.
Yeah, they probably worked it out. I thought I'd say. So it was that or orcs, and I do like orcs, and they are probably about my skill level, in in terms of recommendation. But having played them a lot, they are a little one-dimensional, like many bash teams, and I think that Necro is going to challenge me a little bit more to, because they play both cage and screen, and
for sure they're a hybrid team.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as a hybrid team, they do both agility and bash quite well.
Yeah. And werewolves are just so much fun,
aren't they? Yeah, they are very much one of the best teams, one of the best players in the game. So didn't go for the hit on the big guy that I thought he was going to go for, just going for this hit instead. Very surprised at the lack of reroll there. I suppose he's got 3 turns and 2 rerolls, so fair enough. He'll be annoyed he didn't get it. It is going to keep that wolf tied up as well. Just where he is. Right, so where does the ball go here? And he's not going to make, so he is going to end up having to cage this now because of his current position. Because the strength 5 guy can't get very far down. He's only on 4 squares, so he doesn't even get to catch up to the line of the wolf. So that's as far down as he's going to go. So he's going to have to block the top corner with the good wolf, I think. Because this guy can go down and provide a nice cage corner there, but I think he will have to use the wolf to go ahead of that guy. This guy obviously just going to go down the back and provide the back corner. Yeah, okay. And the poor old dirty player, not having anything else to do with himself, will just make this a little bit more difficult to get through. Unless we're going to go for a handoff or something here, which I'd be surprised at. How many points is the agility wolf on, please, Spork?
I mean, it's possible, but it's tricky.
How many points is that?
He's 40.
40, cool. So he's 11 off.
Sorry, yeah, of course. You're looking at the smaller screen.
Yeah, and I'm on the other side of the room as well.
Okay, yeah, no, sorry. I'll read numbers out next time. I need to do that.
That'd be great.
Now, Dr. Goodboy is on 6 out of 16, so it's also kind of a stretch. I'm just looking and see. Boney Jr., the smaller white, is on 11 out of 16. That's MVP. I mean, a lucky MVP. You'd have to be lucky. I'm just looking at the golems. No, the Spork-bearer is 10 SPP away.
Yeah, he's
Clyde is 7 SPP away from 76. He's on 69. Nice.
He is. Yeah. Nice.
So,
yep.
Chivite will be wanting him to stay there.
Yes, because that's the
for
real
comedy effect.
If you want either 42 points or 69 points, as we all know. The magic number being 489. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a handoff to the white, the guard white. I think he can get the guard white pretty safe and do a handoff to him, and I wouldn't blame him at all for doing so. Getting mighty blow or dodge or even stand firm on that guy could make a big difference. In comes the tackle hit. Doesn't use tackle but gets block, and that's an injury, straight injury at that. Yep, so that's another elf gone, and this is making the not only the second half hard, but certainly making the one turn very hard to get. So not sure how far down the pitch he's going to get. He's going to see if he can protect both his killer and his dirty player. Just by making it more difficult for them to come in. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he does the handoff here to that guard white. Yeah, and be very happy if he can get the 6 points in this game. 5 points is required, but getting 2 touchdowns would be amazing. And the ghoul with the ball is currently on how many?
The ghoul with the ball is on 40 out of 51, so he has a lot of players about 10 SPP away. Not that he really desperately needs levels on most of them, apart from just that guard ghoul. I'm just going to be AFK for a bit.
No problem. I would put it to you, chat, that the positioning of that white where it is implies to me that he is going to go for this handoff. He's going to make this really difficult to get through. Yep, fantastic. And indeed, we're going to go for the handoff. Unless he's going for the pass as well, is he? No, just a handoff. Yeah. Made it nice and secure. Made it very difficult for anybody to come around. Just lock down all of their movement. Make any gains that they can get by going through much more difficult to get through. They can get through the one of the wolves or whatnot, but they can't get any further through. So this is how to hand off and level the right guy 101. And I think Crowdog is doing exactly the right thing by just running away. He's got 3 guys left on the pitch. He needs at least the 3 of them. He'll have 1 guy that gets back up, and he'll need the other guy he'll need to get 3 of his KOs in order for him to be able to manifest a proper 1-turn attempt. He has got a babe, so not unlikely that he gets 2 of the 3 back. Getting the 3 and 3 back would be difficult, but still achievable. So touchdown goes in for Chivite. Well done to him. Bonnie Jr. managing to pick up 3 of the points that he needs. Of the 5 he needs overall to get his next level. It would be interesting to see what he'd decide to go with. Mighty Blow obviously being very good. Tackle being very good depending. But with Orcs or Lizards likely to be in the next round. Ooh, only one of the 3 comes back, and that is not good news. But with Orcs or Saurus or Lizards in the next round, I would be expecting him to take stand firm. Welcome, Wander Boy. Nice to have you hanging out. Wood elves are chorfs, you say? Yeah, indeed. Yeah. Well, the rest of us just lost. We lost games to Chivite, not quite teams. But yeah, I think we were on the lucky side not to do that. Yeah, that's right. The free concession because you couldn't even field a team. That was, yeah, worrying. So here we go. He's going to put the stand firm and the guard on the front line just to make this as awkward as he can, and the rest of the guys are going to backline. And doesn't even backline makes it even more difficult to get the dodges through by putting those 2 guys where they are. Can still jump in and get a 2 dice. It'll be a 2 red dice by leaping in and hitting the central guard back onto the line so that he can get more pushes that way. But it makes it very, very difficult to do so. With somebody to get the ball, with somebody to jump in there, and with those 3 held, it's just about possible for him to do this, and I think he's realizing that it's too difficult to do so, so he's just not going to do it. Yeah, so this setup is instead going to focus on seeing if he can get the Riot. Yeah, Riot is the interesting one. So if he can get the Riot, he's in with a good chance of doing it. Let's see what the kickoff is. So quick snap isn't going to help that much. Would be nice to be able to get. I mean, he can get the guys a little bit forward, but thank you very much, Sylvan. So he can bring one of the lads forward, but it's not going to help the overall thing. He still move 8. Isn't going to be able to generate the punches because he's set up for the riot and not the quick snap. He could move back across and jump in and make that hit. No, he can't. Oh, he can because of the ball landed there, so he can just fill that gap. Oh, this is interesting. Okay. So, yeah, bring those guys there. He'll have to move the 2 guys in the central line of scrimmage over to the right. Or to the left, rather. Yeah, no, so he's just not going for this. I think he's just going to see if he can get some punches elsewhere. Which is fair. Bloop, bloop. Okay. Yeah, so just get a throw off. And see if he can hit something for a bit of damage. Nothing really there that's going to hurt anything, though. So I think you just bring that guy up to get rid of this zombie. Use this as the blitz. So you can blitz from this angle. Just push him away. A push is fine. Gets the hit. Nothing doing there. Moves 1 square back down and now has 2 chances of being able to get the hit off here. Dauntless is a thing.
Doesn't get the reward.
No, the push here also stops him from getting more than 1 dice on this guy, so he will come in and base, and he'll have to do the pickup and come up around, and he actually can't make it. So it's a pickup to pass. Yep, get to there, throw it to the catcher.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Oh, 1 in 9's it.
Yeah, that's pretty unfortunate. So, second hit not to be, and it's just not to be.
Look, it saves him getting sculling and getting punched in the face with.
This it does.
So it's not Mighty Blow. It's not Mighty Blow, but it's still a punch to the face.
Mm-hmm. So the ghoul stays knocked out. We have got the 4 removed here. We've got 2 KOs. Only one of them is very disappointing. That's 2 back from 5, which with a babe is not good. would be the nice way of putting it. It's not a great roll. So, is up to 6 guys.
This is nice. One of his very nice catches that's still knocked out as well.
Indeed, yeah, that's a nice guy to not have on the pitch, which is a real shame. And this is going to be a hard slog. So, interestingly enough, trying to decide what to do here is tough for the elf coach. The longer you stay on the pitch, the more likely you are to get punched. So, a Daka might have been an option for him, but not against Necromantic, not with the 3 move 8s. And nice to have that ghoul removed, but there is another ghoul as well, still on the pitch. So he's got 2 moves 8, 2 move 8s, 1 move 7, and 2 move 6s. So it's going to be very difficult for him to make use of the Daka, or the withdrawn offense, I should call it, by removing his players from the line of scrimmage and just throwing the ball around in the backfield.
He doesn't even have the blitz to change the game neither, since this is his drive now.
Yeah, indeed, yeah. So, yeah, this is going to be a tricky drive. So Chivite opting to give him one side of the field, which is quite clever. You do want to induce the movement by getting them down the right-hand side as we look, so that he can just surf whatever gets down there. The lack of sidestep on any of the players that he has left is going to prove quite detrimental. He doesn't want to take these hits on the line. And because the first injury that happened was the guard was got rid of as soon as possible for this exact reason, you just can't get any hits off here. So it has to cater for the blitz as well. Going to have to move his guys around on the line of scrimmage. I wouldn't be surprised to see the catcher. Yeah. Probably swap again and go all the way out to the right hand side. Cool. So he will. He is opening himself up to a pretty devastating blitz if this doesn't happen. And realizing that now, he's decided to cut back in as well. Okay, with leaving the agility 5s on the line because they're agility 5, they can jump off and do whatever else he wants. So I would be expecting a leap out here to give an assist on the zombie on the right hand side, who will then get blitzed by the wrestle tackle and see if he can make some bit of a cage down the right hand side, get the ball to that rookie catcher, get that guy over the line as soon as possible, and get it in as soon as possible.
Yeah, look, I mean, things might change, dice might change, and you get a leap cage break and ball bouncing around, and you're an elf. You never know. Exactly, it could be 2-1 before we know it.
Well, for sure. He certainly wants to get another chance to get his extra guy back on the pitch as soon as possible. So I see no reason not to just go and score early.
Oh, wow.
Well, it's not terrible. I mean, the 3+ on the pickup is going to be a little bit difficult, but the catch is 3+ rerolled. If anything, it's going to affect the Necro a little bit more because they are agility 3.
Yeah, turning
elves into humans is a bit annoying, but there's rerolls on most of it. It doesn't affect the agility guys either at all.
No.
So I can't see him deciding to pick up the ball, however, with the guy that is in the back. I think he's going to bring that guy up as a matter of priority to screen off the ball. So the guy he had planned to pick up the ball with is now just going to go probably 2 squares to the left of the ball in front of it. One more to the right, up and up one. There we go. I would have brought him 1 square out to the left just to make it that a little bit harder. Because if you do fail the pickup, you don't really want to have to re-roll it. So if you fails the pickup here, it could land on that player, and that's not really what you want. Oh, that's interesting. So that handoff is going to be a 4+ with a reroll, but gets it on the first. And I see this guy just running away now. Because even with the Dauntless hit with the guard on the other side, just not good enough, really.
And then try and dodge off these Edge 5 guys for a screen.
Well, yeah. So he just brings this guy down to get him, and then these guys are just going to dodge around, in and around. And I think he's going to have to hit the zombie rather than the wolf. So yeah, back and down and around to there. Yeah, and then the other guy comes through, hits that zombie, and then probably leaps over to the other side of the wolf.
Oh yeah.
Leap being a good skill, you know. He's kind of hampered himself by putting himself in that square to do the handoff. If he could have made the extra one over, it would have been a lot better so that he could dodge back out. But it is what it is. I think he's realizing that now.
Yes. Tricky. I mean, it's really tricky. You're trying to do stuff with very few pieces.
Mm-hmm.
He's got 46 seconds left to have a little think about it. But I think...
Loads of time.
Yeah, I think... I'm expecting this to be, the dodge round, come round here.
Mm-hmm.
And then this one coming for the blitz. And then, as you say, leap and
yeah,
get in the way of the zombie. The werewolf.
Mm-hmm.
Could still go horribly, horribly wrong.
Oh, for sure, yeah. There are dice involved
good
in all of this, but he did the hard things first. Had his reroll to do it on it.
And, he blitzes.
Yeah, he goes straight in for the werewolf on a one dicer. The push is fine. I suppose he can stay where he is now. Yep, that's fine. And he doesn't really need to move from there. And then it's just a question of where he decides to bring the leaper. I think the leap should have ended up in that square, truth be told. So leap straight over. That's pretty tidy. He's going to have to dodge out here. So it's a 2+2+. Oh no, he just decides to hold up those guys there. Okay. Okay.
I'm going to be AFK a bit.
Yep, sure. So, yeah, I don't think I would have left the guy in base contact, truth be told. It's not going to be hard for him to get 3 dice, what with having a strength 5 guy there. So he just needs the 2 assists, and that means that he's quite likely to roll the POW. Or, well, not quite likely, but a lot more likely to roll the POW. I think we're going to see the blitz coming in here from the... Yeah, so he just wants to tag this guy. And the agility 4 werewolf is probably going to be able to go run over and do the blitz. But knowing that, he wants to put the other guys in position first. So note that he put that guy on that side of the guy, because the square that he would have normally gone to, which is on the left of that player, is the square through which the wolf will be dodging. Yes, he does get this guy up here. He's going to be able to bring the dirty player around, although he probably won't want to activate the dirty player yet. He does anyway, and does make base contact here. Right, and he can make the other guy come around, so... Oh, he is going to go all the way around. And that's a double GFI. Oh, and into the skulls, and gets him on the second hit. Fair enough. Sounds good. Suppose he wanted to be able to keep his agility 4 guy free so that he can go and pick it up if needs be. How does the scatter go? The scatter is not great. That does look difficult to pick up, but it is not for an agility 5 man. It is raining. It is in the tackle zone. That makes it a whopping 3+. His leap agility 5 guy has got sure hands. So, but I don't think you'd pick it up with him either way, because he'll still have to throw it. So you just pick up with the so just a push from this guy, but does follow up, and this means that he can get his flesh golem through the middle of those lines and down to the other side, just to make that a little bit harder to get through. Still has his other guard piece. We'll probably just run through and get to stop that guy coming through. Yeah, that's pretty legit.
Oh, I missed the hit on the ball.
Yeah, he double GFI'd it. Oh, that's really nice. Yeah, and he doesn't need to dodge anymore. That's really nice. That's lovely play. So just does the 3+ to go through in the middle. And, yeah, I'm surprised he went for that, truth be told. He did double skull on the hit, but got a reroll and it did it.
Now, there is a wizard.
There is.
There's not a lot to do. It's just that it's unfortunately there hasn't really felt like a great opportunity to use it.
Yeah, I suppose it's a 3-man if he wants, but I don't think that's good. I think you just have to. You could just bolt the Edge Wolf, and then it's a question of dodging out. Will be so that's 2 to the square. Provided he can get him down, it'll be a 2, and then a 2, and then a 3, and then a 2 to score.
I mean, I feel like you have to get on the board, and if he doesn't do something big, okay, he was not wizarded.
Nope. And he's just going to run through the inside here, I think. Yep. Yep, pretty good. And take the push and knock him back into that square. That's pretty tidy. Might as well follow, because he doesn't want to be on the sideline anyway. And that just changes the dice here, So this is just a 2+. 2-3-2 to score. Yep. And we'll put in the reroll here. That's a series of 1s right there. Picks it up, and then it's a 2 out and another 2. And doesn't get hit. Fantastic.
It makes so basically didn't need the wizard. Took a whole bunch of edge 5 2 dodges down the sideline.
Correct. Yeah.
I
mean, it's it's elves with agility 5 and dodge. You just don't roll 1s and you're fine. And even having said that, he did roll 1s in most of those. Both of them pop dodge. And he's decided to snake the wake up roll as well. So still doesn't get his guy back. But neither does Chivite. So all fair on the on that rolls. So fair enough. Elf bullshit, I suppose. I mean, yep. That is exactly what they call elf bullshit. I don't think it's bullshit, to be honest with you. It's just 2 pluses, so why would you not do it? Hardest dice roll involved there was a 3 because it's raining. That's just how elves work. Same way that lizards get 2 dice blocks all of the time, and nobody thinks that them getting 2 dice blocks all the time is typical lizard bullshit. So it's all relative. Is all I have to say on that. Don't roll 2. Don't roll a 3. Don't roll a 1 rather. And in some cases, don't roll a 2 either. You know me, spelling the stacks. I only play elves, that's all I play. Don't know anything about any other races, and sure, elves, they're all such bad, I hate elf players. And dwarf players, I hate them. They all smell like, bottoms. So to go back to the game, 1-1, pretty great. Bribes are gone for both sides. Wizard stay intact is pretty huge. And it
is a big deal, that wizard.
It is huge, because the turnover options are pretty spectacular. Night of the Living Dead getting an extra reroll brings him up. Has he used one yet? I don't believe he has. So he's up to. He has. He's up to 3. And the elves, of course, had to use their reroll on the pickup last turn. So. Expect to see some damage here. There's 3 kind of nobodies on the line, including his rookie catcher. So is coming straight in for the hit on this guy. Does get the tackle hit. We'll bring him back up towards the line. We'll do the follow-up because he'll want to pile this on. So is that anything of note? It is not a KO. It was a natural armor break, so +1 on this, and there comes the injury. Rolls an 11 on the injury. I'm pretty sure that'll do it regardless of what you are. Luckily, it's just a badly hurt. That guy will be free should he manage to get through to the next round. 3 dice to start with on the line of scrimmage. Does get the POW. Nothing doing from the hit. Is going to go with so the wolf comes through. Since he's already made his place to get the extra attacks. And that is another removal. There goes the rookie catcher.
As predicted, some might say.
Oh yeah, you were dead right. Why did he even buy it? Sure. Why did he even play the game? Sure. So then the next frenzy hit comes in and does get that guy down. So we will.
I'm sorry for just having a gut feeling for how Blood Bowl can.
I don't disagree with you in any way, shape, or form. But it's like we're trying to get people to watch the game. So why would you start off like, why did you even bust you?
I never said. You are putting words in my mouth. I never said anything like the words. Why did he even buy the cashier?
Okay.
I just made the observation. Oh, my daughter's shouting. Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. So there's a foul coming in here. Yeah, nobody will be in any way surprised. The fame is on Chivite's side. Yeah. So, yeah, nobody's going to be in any way surprised of me saying there's a foul coming in here. So 2 removals this turn already is pretty rough. So despite the early score and it going back to 1-1, we are kind of back to where we were in the second half. In the first half, where he just has all of the time in the world to go and score. And in the interim, he will busy himself by removing and killing players. Father Clint Power is the latest of whom this is affecting. And that's not going to be a send-off either. So a straight badly hurt. And I think we're down to 3 elves on the pitch. We are indeed. Yeah, so 3 elves isn't ideal. But one of them is agility 5. One of them is block, which is nothing. And the other guy does indeed have wrestle, dodge, and tackle. So at least 2.5 nice elves. So I would be reluctant to call this over. Bear in mind they also have a wizard. And it is the leap agility 5 that is still intact. So don't think that's nothing. What I love about there's little things that Chivite does that are just correct. You'll note that the guy he removed in such a way that there's no way in which an attack can be made on the blob of guys to get chain push on the elf that's currently surrounded to get him pushed out. There would have been a temptation maybe by some other people to have taken the foul on the top guy by bringing the guy up and around and stuff. But it was specifically the nature of his targets that he did so to stop any chain removals. Or chaining of your safe players. So it's pretty good. Yeah, I think you might be pretty exact there, Wonderboy. I think that is that is going to be a deciding factor in how this game goes. With 6 turns to go. Oh, some lovely dodges right out there. That's great. And does decide to hold up that guy to stop using your lineman to hold up the tackle so that the tackle isn't the guy who's going back to hit either of the other two. Just really clever play. You just sacrifice a pawn to keep your kings alive. So yeah, nice and straightforward. All the correct plays being done by both sides. They're both very solid coaches. So a question of how far back he decides he wants to go or who's he going to hit. I think you kind of want to go for the tackler because it's wrestle tackle. Wrestle tacking, having pretty much a 55% on the ball. That would be very nice. Yep, quads, and then just whiz and get rid of him. So who's he going to send back for this hit? Yeah, it could be interesting to send back. Interestingly enough, the frenzy will give him 4 dice on this, and he can push him back into the zombie to get another 2. Or he could decide instead to go for the 3 dicer with the flesh golem. Yeah, so I'm not quite sure which one he's going to decide to do. I think that the way he's positioned this implies to me that he's going to go for the wolf hit, because the golem does need to come up and collect. Yeah, but he is going to push him back up so that he gets him as well. Straight pow on the first hit. Mighty blow is a skill, and he does get the stun. Just move up and provide the extra assist there. Has the guard to move. I suppose he's just going to probably eye cage again, I think. But that's tricky. I think the golem just moves 1 square to the right as we look at it. Well, it has gone for the eye cage again. It makes sense.
All right. I come back just in time for the foul. Oh, Gorgeous is off.
Oh, nothing at all. What did he double 1 that? Well, he didn't break the armor because the guy was already stunned, but then rolled a double 3 on the injury, so nothing happened.
That's what Rick doesn't like, isn't it?
A double 4 is.
Oh, right.
Double 4 is the way you get rid of the guy, but you get you get sent off.
Ah.
Yeah, so it's you need the 8 to get rid of the guy, you see. Is it double 4s? It's not double 4s. So yeah, double 3.
Yeah, Wanderer's calling out for the wizard. There are...
Yeah, I don't know about the recovery
2
options. So, I mean, the ball could go literally anywhere, right?
Is that right? 2 elves? Well, there is the wizard.
Yes, there's the Wiz. Wiz does come in and gets a stun, and that's a great scatter. Yeah, that's a great scatter. Because Gorgeous having removed himself means that this is... Yeah, you just dodge straight in there. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then punt, I'd say. Yeah, that's probably what I'd do. So he's just going to cut the corner on the white, on the left-hand side of the white. Cuts that corner, yep, through there, down 1, back up, and back up. In picks up the ball, then leaps back out to the square that he went in from, and then throw the ball down to the other side of the pitch. That would be my play.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's entirely possible a wolf or even a white will fail to pick it up.
Well, it's a 4+ for them to pick it up, yeah. And that's if they can get back down there. It also means that he's not going to be in contact with anything. And if he fails
so he does leap
jump
first.
he fails to jump. Yeah, I don't know if I like it.
That's fine, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, so it's the same position. Yeah, it's 1 shyer. And actually it is... No, it's not. It was less dice rolls my way. But, yeah, does the GFI... Will he do another one? I don't think it's necessary.
Maybe he's not going to even punt this. Maybe... No, he has to.
No, I don't think he is. No. So now that he's done the double GFI, he's just not punting.
So maybe just try and bring this one the single elf screen around just to cut off the Y and leave just the wolves.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd even bother bringing him all the way around. I think I'd just... he does do the hard 3. That's lovely. That's really brave play.
I'm not sure he's doing a lot there. Or he's
fine
just...
where he is,
yeah, okay.
Yeah, no, there's no need to bring him any further because it's just you're just rolling extra dice that aren't really going to impact the other guy's turn.
I was just the only thing I was thinking was basing on white, but it's not really going to make any difference.
It doesn't really matter. He's got plenty of players he can bring back, so all you're doing is
just
setting up an extra hit. Yeah, so you don't want to make base because that would give away a hit, and any of the GFIs or anything like that.
The foul is, of course, the most important thing in this current situation.
Yeah, I mean, it is. He's not going to be able to make the foul before anything else happens. So
it's very important that right now. I'm sure he will make. I think he'll make the hit first.
The foul? No way.
The blitz. Yeah. No, it just looked funny. It looked like he was setting up for a foul.
Of course.
Oh, he does get the 6.
And he gets the POW straight away.
Blodge, not a thing.
Can't trust in Blodge at all anymore. And he does the hit with the guy who doesn't have agility 4, so that he can pick it up on the agility 4. So this is just a 3+ to pick that ball up, get to the top side of the guard, and be pretty safe.
Yeah.
It was a nice chance. Played well. Didn't make one more 2+ than I would have, but that's fine too.
I think we might see a foul. I think we might see a foul now.
Yeah, he's just going to go for the foul now.
Yeah.
So just stand in that square to make the dodge through that a little bit harder. And in comes the foul.
Maximum run up. Just to stop.
Well, yep. Does work.
Yeah. I mean, it does what it needs to do, stop him from standing up and doing something ridiculous with leap and edge 5.
Yep, for sure. Okay.
So, Chivite has really just got to be hoping that he doesn't fail to pick it up 2 or 3 turns in a row, and then he's got to feel pretty good.
I mean, he can make this awkward as well. So yeah, he's just going to see if he can push it out, which is clever. So gets the chain, knocks it onto him. He has to follow because he doesn't want these guys to catch it.
That's a terrible scatter.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate. Yeah, I think I would have just left it alone where it was and just brought the other guys in to just make it more awkward for him to pick it up.
Yeah.
But the benefit of having that guy involved in this melee is that it's now more difficult to Well, it was more difficult to foul the guy on the ground. But I think it's going to be tricky for him to try to foul any of this stuff now.
No, I think he'll... Oh, the edge 4... Okay, the edge 4 wolf just did the hit, yeah.
Yeah. It happened very quickly as well. I think if he could take the turn back, he probably would have. I think he's getting a little bit complacent. Because now that the wizard gone, he's getting a little bit more like, this is fine, it doesn't really matter. Gets the hit in with tackle. Nicely worked as well, because he was able to knock it on to the strength 4. Mighty blow does a thing, breaks armor. So natural armor break, we will pile that on all day. Stays a stun, that's pretty good.
Snake eyed the piling on.
Snake eyed piling on, yeah. Pretty great news for the elves. So this is not a safe ball. And he is going to go for the foul first, I think. Ooh. I suppose nobody's in range. Yeah, he was just going to bring up his this guy just to be able to pick it up next turn, so there's no real reason for him to worry about it. And yeah, just put the boot in straight away. No, he's going for the... Yeah, now you can just put the boot in.
Oh. Huh?
Just roll force. Just roll force. Yes, he can afford to bring that guy up now as well. Oh, he's debating whether he just fells that guy and leaves the agility guy alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
he's gone for the agility 5, who is the correct threat. So nothing happening there. Dirty player is not on the pitch, so... Yep, so now he can bring that guy up and support. And he is again happy to support in a night cage. Yeah. I mean, it's working pretty well for him, so why change?
Yeah, I mean, it numbers up against a high elf team with no guard. The eye cage is a pretty effective tool.
It is, yeah, it is.
Very
sure.
Flexible, you know.
Oh, just pushes. But he does get to break away. So I don't know how far he wants to get down. He just wants to support that guy so that he doesn't get fouled again. But yeah, he's fierce in tackle mighty blow range, and I think this might be kind of the death knell here. Has to fight it, has to do the right thing. He is doing the right thing. Has to try to not lose more players, but you know, gonna happen. So wouldn't be that hard to make this 3 dice either. But he's just going to make sure that he can get push him back onto more hits, which is why he decided to hit the way he did. So the tackle blow does come in, and he is dead. And that, dear friends, is very unfortunate. Poor old Bishop Jordan. Have a free zombie.
I mean, I'm not sure he can afford to keep random zombies going into the final, but it might be a wonderful souvenir.
He just fired one before the game, so he's got fine. The rest of the lads are around his team value either, so it doesn't matter. So I mean, he can keep him for free, and then see what happens later.
Yes, I mean he'll keep it and see what his team value matchup is.
Yeah. So we'll expect another foul here as well, because there's no reason not to. Yeah.
Yeah. Wonder
the Mighty Blow picked up this turn. He was on 69, we said earlier on. What is he on now?
Oh, it was the guard white, wasn't it? Oh.
No, it was the piling on white. On the right hand side there. That guy.
Yeah, he needs 1 SVP.
So, note as well the guy he is currently trying to score on. Yeah, is the guy that we said earlier.
And he has needs 2 SVP.
He needs to get to 3 on him. So, yeah, I don't think he's... I mean, he could be really cheeky here and go for the handoff pass score and level both of them, but it's in the rain game.
In the rain would... No, I mean, it would be incredibly ballsy.
Yeah, it's to win the game, and it's in kickoff. It's in, it's in playoffs, so you just don't do it.
No.
I think he had to follow that if he wants to stop up the things, but he needs them free to make the hit. I have no idea. Yeah, it's just... Yeah, this does nothing good to do. That was his last turn as well.
Camera-wise, this game I've stuck to camera on drive, not on who has the ball.
Yes, yeah.
It does make it. This is a difficult situation because the camera, as you saw there, I didn't touch the camera. The Cyanide's automatic camera does make it tricky. But do you think it's better to do this one way and then the next way, regardless of which way the ball is moving?
I don't mind as long as it's consistent. Is the thing, and if you're not here to change it around or whatever, then it gets confusing because the main thing is, especially if we're talking to guys after the game and we're like, oh, you did this thing and you could have come down here on the left and stuff, and it's a different left because we're talking to the guy about his drive or whatever,
Sure. Okay. Well, let's stick with this one then, which is and then when Cyanide auto zooms in because they couldn't possibly have a camera that is controlled by somebody else.
So you can actually change that by turning off the
no, it's turned off.
It's automatic zoom, automatic recentering. Yeah.
No, it's turned off.
Okay, cool.
They can't program their game. This is something Jimmy talks about sometimes as well. It doesn't matter if you
I don't doubt it. Yeah,
turn on or off. It does. I think it might make a difference, but it isn't off. It's just not as aggressive. But
not as aggressive.
But it's still no good. So anyway, the ball is down here.
It is. Yeah. And that's game. So he's not even gonna bother fouling because there's nothing that guy can do, and he's just gonna pass this turn because there's nothing he can do, and then he's gonna walk it in, and that's that. And very, very good game. And he walks it in and doesn't bother doing anything else because there's nobody else to hit. So GG, and well done to Chivite for making it through to the final of the Eire Blood Bowl League. We have the first of our finalists. Commiseration to Crowdog. Put up an excellent fight. He played really well. There was a waft of inevitability about this whole game, and he kept going all the way to the end. I think he had him right through till probably about turn 13 or so. And yeah, that's who got the MVP? Oh no, he didn't. Gorgeous did again. Yeah, of course he did.
It's a level.
Just in time, eh? Oh, it's a level on Gorgeous.
It's a level on Gorgeous. Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
So he's bloat. He is bloat now.
Yeah, but what do you do, right?
Roll a double, I guess. He ain't bloated anymore.
Get sneaky git. So yeah, that was a rough game. Well done to both of them.
They probably will both join us. I will invite them both.
Do yeah.
They both have rights to come into
they do
stream.
Indeed. We'll see now who decides to turn up and whether they want to talk about it as well. In the meantime, do you want to pull up Chivite's team so that we can have a look and see if he got he got that level. Did he get anybody else? Oh, he did. He got the level on the white.
Yeah, let's have a look. Oh, that's not the right place.
It is not. Well done, Chivite. Super enjoyable game. He kept you in it all the way through, man, to be fair to him. So 2 levels, that's a very frustrating level on Gorgeous, isn't it? But great to have a level on Bonnie Jr. So knowing what he's going to be playing next is either going to be Lizards or
Orcs.
Will impact what that role is overall, but I think that's going to be an interesting one, depending on what he rolls, and he'll keep us on tenter hooks, and not let us know what he's decided until much later in it.
And I mean, this is a team that has had remarkably little damage done to it in the last 3 games.
Yes, yeah. Did he take the rookie zombie? Oh, he did. There he is, Bishop Jordan. Yeah, he's just underneath the white. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, yeah.
So as Wanderer is saying, we will have one elf in the final on a technicality.
Yeah.
Always the dream of Bishop Jordan.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah.
Just 1 minute.
Quite right.
I guess
that is.
I think Chivite can join us, and unsurprisingly, Crowdog doesn't feel like coming to talk about it. And my daughter is shouting again. So I think we'll wrap up the stream there, I suppose, unless there's anything else you wanted to chat about.
No, that all sounds great. Thank you so much for running the stream for us, and I will see you tomorrow afternoon at 8 o'clock. Oh, Crowdog has arrived. How are you?
I'll leave you guys to chat for a moment.
Okay, cool. Commiserations, Crowdog. Thanks for popping in. Super tough game, man. You were up against it all the way through, and you did really well.
Yeah. Well, it just the arse fell out of it from turn one with the pitch invasion. Like I couldn't protect any players, and
yeah. I mean, just being able to pick who he hit straight away, immediately getting the removal on the guard was just such a big deal. And you can't apple that. So yeah, nothing to be done. And his shenanigans with his which was entirely correct. Firing the extra guy before the game to make sure that you didn't get the inducements that you might have wanted to. So the extra Apo not being in there, because that guy would have been appled straight away. The lack of guard really told for the rest of the game.
Well, it was just there was nothing I could do. I was down so many players so quickly, and I was saying to Chivite in chat, I debated using the wizard on turn 2. He'd
really, yeah.
I did. I was down 3 players already, and I was like, I might not get a better opportunity than this. Decided against it anyway, but I could have maybe got lucky there if he didn't get a knockdown on my blitzer there when he did.
Yeah, that was absolutely lovely. There was the leap in. There was a way around the other side. There was one less dodge roll, but it was absolutely perfect. Just being able to get in there and get that. My route wouldn't have got you all the way clear of the piling on white though. So
I wanted to be clear to piling on white, and where I was, that even if he pushed me back with frenzy, I was still.
You were still in range.
DFIs to score.
Yes.
Yeah.
But he just got the pow straight away, and that was kind of that. It was a lovely play, really well worked, and very unfortunate with the bounce when you managed to. You brought the guy down and got the bounce in to shove a guy onto the ball to see what happened, and the bounce came all the way back inside, and there's very little you can do about that as well.
That was real last chance saloon stuff.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah. But I mean, seriously, we're talking about you having 3 elves on the pitch and putting in a good enough effort for him to need a pow to get the guy down, and for the bounce of the ball to just go your way, and it could have been a very different game and a very different score.
Yeah. But you're lucky anyway. This is the way it went, and well done to Chivite. He played really, really well. He took advantage of the situation, and I wish him all the best in the final.
Good man. Yeah, well said. And thank you so much for not only coming through and having a chat with us, but for just being a great guy and for playing really well in all of the games and showing us the power of high elves. And we look forward tremendously to seeing what you come up with next season.
Yeah. Let's see what happens. So I'll see you again at 8 p.m.
It's actually not tonight. It's I was incorrect.
Sorry.
It's tomorrow night. So we're actually all clear. So that's going to be us done for the day. And it is tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, ladies and folks, for the next game to find out who it is that faces Chivite in the grand final of the Eire Blood Bowl League. The game between Willie Walsh and Scrofula. What do you think, Shane?
I think that could go either way. I think you got 2 really solid coaches and 2 really well built up teams.
Yeah.
I think it depends maybe on if you can get some removals on some Saurus early on, and
yes,
he has the punching power for it. So
not so much anymore. If you remember, there was quite a few injuries went in on that orc team. He has only 3 mighty blow on the team, and one of them is on the troll.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, so quite a few injuries went in overall. He's had to replace a couple of blitzers. And some of those blitzers that were replacements had to go straight guard. One of them did manage to get strength 4 and leveled and got frenzy. But his black orcs, he's down to 3 black orcs, only one of whom has mighty blow. One of them only leveled as a result of having got the MVP in the game against me in the quarters. So the teeth are very much on the Saurus side.
My bad.
No, you're fine. It's all moving so quickly. It's very difficult to kind of try to keep up with everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's still a pretty scary team. The majority of the points in that team are, however, in the throwers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is not ideal.
It isn't, unfortunately, and because of the way they're built, it means that they're on the pitch for both halves, which again isn't ideal. But and in contrast, Scrofula has a really, really nice team. The only guy who isn't level is a rookie Saurus, but he has this. He's going to have enough for maybe some inducements as well. I think he may even have enough to get a wizard, and does have an agility 4 skink. So, yeah, lizards don't. Orcs don't like walking into lizards in the best of days. Certainly not a team that has.
I'm sorry. I'm just looking at Scrofula's team here on. Yeah, that's
I'm just conscious that we should probably wrap up this stream while I'm at my keyboard. I'm here and there. But what I would say is we will absolutely do a preview of the teams before we stream at 8 p.m. Tuesday, which is tomorrow for us, right?
Tomorrow, yeah. So 8 p.m. tomorrow, we'll be on from about 5 to, lads. Thanks so much for coming along this evening. Cheers for hanging out on the thing. Thanks for having us, Sylvan. Thanks so much for coming in and talking to us, Crowdog. Commiserations again. Best of luck next season, and congratulations to the first of our finalists, Chivite, the handsome Spaniard himself.
He's too handsome.
See you guys.
Yeah.
Cheerio.
Bye, guys.
Right. Thanks very much, lads. Good night.
Cheers. Bye-bye.